So you're building the next innovation for your business with Google Cloud infrastructure. But what does this infrastructure look like? Here at the AI Infra Zone, for the 4th year, we're exploring the very latest in things like TPUs, Google Axion, and Google Distributed Cloud. Where should we start? Chelsie, can you tell us more about large-scale training?
I would love to. So here we have Ironwood, our 7th generation TPU. The really cool thing about Ironwood is it can scale up to 9,216 chips. Behind me is one rack or one cube, and it takes 144 of those to make up a single pod. And it doesn't stop there. We can scale up to 1 million TPUs to support your large-scale training workload. And in between each chip is ICI to be able to connect it. That's inter-chip interconnect, which is high speed, low latency to be able to get you the fastest training that you need to support your large-scale training workloads.
Amazing. Thank you, Chelsie.
You're so welcome.
Behind all these incredible AI workloads, we need to talk about standard compute. So for use cases like the databases, the web servers, the applications, all that data is fueling your AI. How can we run those workloads in a way that is cost-effective and we're achieving the performance that we're looking for? This is Google Axion. Google Axion is our ARM-based chips and processors, featuring both our C4A and our N4A chips. N for cost-effective and cost-sensitive workloads, and C for performance-effective workloads. Incredible. So we talked about large-scale training, and we talked about the standard compute workloads, but what about those workloads where we train them on the cloud, but we need to deploy them in edge locations? Let's explore the very latest in physical AI. Robert!
Hey, it's good.
All good, man. Tell us more about physical AI.
Yeah, so the idea behind physical AI is really like to overcome the challenges that we have today in warehouses and logistics and manufacturing, where there are still a lot of manual tasks, right? And we want to automate those tasks where humanoids comes to the game, robotics and so on, right? And we want physical AI is the idea to bring a brain to the robot, and the brain is the AI, right? So that the robot is able to do those specific manual tasks autonomous, right? So we say to the robot, hey, go and grab, I don't know, this box and bring it over there, and it does all the work autonomous. And for this, we need to have a piece of simulation because you need to train the robot. And by training in a physical world, you would need to have thousands of those robots simultaneously training. What we can do in the cloud is we can abstract that and do all this training in parallel scenarios in a simulated world running on our G4 and latest NVIDIA RTX graphic card, right? So, and then once we have trained those things with all the data that we are gathering, we can then bring this model to the edge on our Google Distributed Cloud, and then from there basically to the robot itself. We are solving basically those manual tasks in warehouses, logistics, manufacturing to really make them autonomous.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rob.
Have it long.
Great. So we learned about large-scale training with TPUs. We learned about how to enable everyday workloads with Google Axion. And we learned a little bit about physical AI. But what about running Gemini and agents on premises? Brian.
Hey, Cameron, how are you doing?
All good. Tell us about Google Distributed Cloud.
I tell you what, Cameron, a lot of our customers have regulatory requirements and they can't do everything in the cloud.
Right.
So they need control, but we also want to give them innovation. So when you're looking for innovation and control, we're bringing that on premises with Google Distributed Cloud. And just today at the show, we announced Google Distributed Cloud and Gemini running on that with support of NVIDIA B300s and those Blackwell systems. Isn't that cool?
Incredible stuff.
So you can
Amazing.
do all of that on your premises without the data ever leaving your site. We take these B300s right here, put them into this chassis, and we'll load them up into our racks.
Okay.
And when we look at this, this is how you get that innovation and control. We have compute, we have networking, we have storage, and everything you require to run Gemini on premises. So if you need that innovation, you need the control, you think of Google Distributed Cloud and all the magic of Google Cloud.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brian.
All right, my friend.
Great. So we learned about large-scale training with TPUs. We learned about those everyday workloads with Google Axion. And we learned about all the incredible physical AI and regulated data that you can do with Google Distributed Cloud. You've got everything that you need to build your next innovation, and I can't wait to see what you build next.